Hello everyone, welcome to SolarWorld's channel. If you visit Hong Kong today, something will catch your eye almost immediately. It's not just the skyline or the neon lights, but the mask. Even though mandates ended long ago, people still wear them on buses, trains, and in shopping malls. Tourists from Hong Kong often keep the habit when they travel, which makes them stand out in countries where masks disappeared almost overnight. For outsiders, it can look odd, but for Hong Kongers, it has become second nature. Yet, this was not always so. When I was a child, masks appeared mainly in school hygiene lessons. Teachers explained how germs spread, maybe with a picture of someone wearing a mask, but in real life, you rarely saw one outside a hospital. Back then, putting one on in public would have made you feel out of place, as if you wandered in from a medical drama. Everything changed in 2003 when SARS, or severe acute respiratory syndrome, hit Hong Kong. SARS was never declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization, but in the city it was devastating. There were about 1,755 cases and 299 deaths, and many survivors faced long-term problems with their lungs or even psychological trauma. The fear was unforgettable. Schools closed, business struggled, and streets that were usually packed suddenly fell quiet. And then came the masks. Overnight, they were everywhere, in classrooms, offices, and on the streets. They stopped being strange and became survival gear. That moment left a deep scar, but also reshaped habits. From then on, many Hong Kongers kept masks handy. If you had a cold or were coughing, wearing one was a polite gesture, almost like saying, sorry for the jams. In a city where public transport means daily close contact, this courtesy quickly became part of the social code. 17 years later, COVID-19 reignited those memories. While other governments argued over whether masks were useful, Hong Kongers didn't hesitate. The entire city masked up almost immediately. People didn't wait for the government, they remembered SARS and knew what to do. In fact, Hong Kong became one of the first places in the world to see near-universal mask usage during COVID. Elsewhere, people grumbled that masks felt awkward. In Hong Kong, it was just a Tuesday. The mandatory rule stayed for nearly 3 years and finally ended on the 1st of March 2023 after close to 1,000 days. But something interesting happened when the rules were lifted. Unlike in many places where masks were thrown away instantly, in Hong Kong they stayed. Surveys that spring showed more than half of people said they would keep wearing them, especially on public transport. Why? Partly because it had become habit. After 2 major outbreaks in 20 years, putting on a mask felt as natural as carrying tissues or checking the weather before leaving home. Partly because of social pressure. If you cough openly without a mask on a crowded bus, the gas you get could gut through steel. And partly because, let's be honest, masks have perks. They hide pimples, save you from putting on lipstick, and allow you to quietly mutter about people without being lip-read. Of course, they are not perfect. Wearing one in a Hong Kong summer is like steaming dumplings, only your head is the filling. Still, most agree it's better to sweat a little than spread your germs to 50 strangers in a tram. The story of masks in Hong Kong is about more than health. It shows how societies adapt when they face crisis. SARS in 2003 didn't go global, but it scarred the city deeply. COVID proved to the rest of the world what Hong Kong already knew. Masks can help. What started as a fearful reaction became a social norm, reinforced by shared memory. To outsiders, it may look excessive. To Hong Kongers, it feels like common sense. So the next time you see someone from Hong Kong still wearing a mask, remember it's no paranoia. It's a brand of history, courtesy, and resilience. And in a world where new diseases could emerge anytime, maybe it's not such a bad idea to hold on to that lesson. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.